Okay, did you enjoy that? So this is what it really looks like. That's my drawer. I'm just closing that. And this is behind my drawer. And I just have a lot of things hanging. The door actually needs repainting, so I haven't put anything in these hanging pockets as yet. So behind the door here we have a box that I just made out of one of the packaging boxes. It's just to put all those tall things in that you'd never really know where to put. So it's a triangle. It's a triangle shaped box, so it fits behind the door perfectly there. I have a hanger here with just lots and lots and lots of things that I've made or been gifted over the years, and I'll just go down there like that, and they're just all put together and I love the look of it. So that's what's hanging there. I have my little corset one and my other corset two there that have been packed away, so it's nice that they, you know, a lot of these things have just been packed away for quite some time, so it's nice that they're out and about now. I'm not going to mention where everything is from because there's a lot of stuff. Like I know where these things are from, but some I don't, so I don't want to make anyone feel bad if I forget that something was yours. So, and here's Charlotte. She's actually just got dressed again. She's had a night dress on for the last couple of months, a pink vintage one, but I thought I'd dress her up for a little room tour. So she's got the corset I made on. She has some milk glass beads and the collar I made. This little jacket I found at the op shop or thrift store, along with the lovely tulle skirts. She's actually got two tulle skirts on, so it's really nice and puffy. As you can see, it's a bit squashed in because of the door, but it's nice. Underneath, I've just got some boxes that I still haven't, they're empty really, they're just boxes with other boxes in. I used to use them for the storage, but I don't at the moment. So this is a little baby's dress I found thrifting a couple of weeks ago. I actually found two of them. This one and a beigey colour one. It was really pretty, but as I was walking around, a lady stopped me and was saying how beautiful they were and how she just had a new baby granddaughter. So I let her have one. So I have one there. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. I may send it to somebody and they can do whatever they want with it. That might be a good idea. I have my butterfly collection there on the wall, and I still have some wood in this room, mainly because all the frames are done out of wood, and so it's okay to have bits of wood around. I've lived with wood all my life. It's nice to have the white furniture, but I still do like wood. Most of the things in this room were found at the thrift shop or op shop. In fact, 90%. There's very little new stuff in this room at all, and I've been collecting ever since I wanted a craft room, really. Of course, all these cubes, some were left over from my children and a couple I had to buy for my own storage, and they were in the hallway before I got this room. So yeah, I only bought a couple, and I bought them with like birthday money or my Mother's Day gifts and things like that. And I've had to turn the ones in the middle. I've turned them the opposite way because the second row all the way across, my cat scratches. In fact, you can probably see, look, she started on this one now. And this is Molly. She started on that one too. Oh, honestly. She has a beautiful Taj Mahal scratching pole down in the lounge room, but no, she prefers this. So anyway, I have turned those around and put handles on them. I saw a video. I will I'll put it on the screen. I can't remember whose video it was, but they suggested doing this, so I did. I just found some handles that I already had and put doilies behind them, so that's doing the job nicely there. This bench, it runs all across the back wall there. I bought that when I got this room, along with another couple of benches. In fact, we bought too many benches, and some of them are stored under here that were left. But that's okay. I almost put a curtain here, and I thought, you know, no, curtains, they just get in the way, don't they? So that's all scrap paper I still have to sort through. It's for junk journaling and things like that. And that's just a cardboard box that I put wallpaper over. This is an old vanity case, and that's got like my packaging bags and things like that in it. That's my paper collection, like my 12 by 12. That is an old hanging file thing that fits 12 by 12 papers in. I've got a couple on top that Crafty Irene has sent me. Thank you, Irene. And I've just covered that in book paper because it was black, and it's actually on a rolling plant stand, so I can roll that in and out easily because it's very heavy, and I can roll it to wherever I want very easily. On top is just another old beauty case, and that's got my beads from BB Craft in there. What else have we got here? Okay, I love this stand. It was black and red when I found it, but I painted it up, and that has things, and these things aren't all full. I just like the way they look. I've used a lot of what's in there. These are from Roseanne, they are from Louisa, and they're also from Crafty Irene. It's a combination of 3 people's things on that stand. I just like the way it looks. That is full of junk jewellery. That is a box from Kerry. It's actually only, it's only got a bit of packaging that was left over from what she sent me in there. It was a swap we did years and years ago. There's my new little goodness me, what is it? That little folded container I made not long ago. And it has rolled music paper sticks in it that I can use to wrap lace around and things like that. Paintbrushes, you may notice most of them are brand new. I've had them for a long time. My son bought them for me a couple of years ago for Mother's Day. I haven't used them yet. So I've got those in a thrifted coffee cup. It's really heavy. I have this lovely vintage jug, and it's got beads in it, and I saw that Artie Mays does that for her water jug, so I've got that, and I've used it, and it works really well. I have this lovely lamp here that I got at the op shop as well. I think it only cost me about $5, and it's lovely because it's got a huge long arm and shines right over my work. Okay, I hope this isn't too hard. This is a corner stand. Up the top I have a dress form that was from Sarah. I have more dress forms there on that shelf there. I have little Christmas decoration chandeliers. They used to be somewhere else, but I put them here now. Of course they used to be somewhere else. Oh, my beautiful dress form. Thank you, Louisa. This I have had since I moved in with my husband. That is older. We went antiquing once, and that has been with me since then. And it's never really been displayed because it never really suited the house over the last 20 years. Like when the children started growing up, it was put away because I think it's just beautiful. I really do. So it's in my room now on display, and I'm very happy about that. Most of this is just decorative and things that I've made. There's my little tea corner, I suppose. It's got my teapot, my cakes, my cupcakes, and it's got a little cup with patty cake, vintage patty cake things in it. Underneath I have a box my daughter bought me. It's just full of some beads and shoe decorations and things like that. Okay, in this one here, oh, this one's not finished. I still have to reline. I still have to line it all. I've got the insides of it. I just need to recut some new paper and put it inside. But that's a pillow. That's from Jean. These drawers are all empty. There's my moth butterfly. There's my little powder puff ones. Chandelier pieces. They're old ones. I love this beautiful lusterware stuff, both of them. I think they're lovely. I've got a cloche there, but it's empty. I've still got to glue all that together, actually. I won't show you, that's too high up. There's my lovely spindles and things there. Bobbins, boxes. These things here I got from the op shop. That's my seam binding. That's it. That's all I've got. It's some jewellery pieces. That's a container my daughter gave me. That's a concrete stand, probably a plant stand. It's a sugar basin from the op shop. That's a jug from the op shop. This is, I love this cabinet. I found that at the op shop too and painted it, and it's just full of all salt and pepper shakers with glitter and silver pieces, but mostly ornamental. And there's my Christmas tree and bird in there. And over here I've got bits and pieces. That container right there is from a shop. It's from the till drawer in a very old post office shop we used to have. And there's my emery, thank you. Pin cushions and some jewellery bits in that box. I know where everything is, so there we go. And down some lovely things just hanging here that people have sent me. And this little cart. All the things on the top shelf are the precious things I still need to use. These ones here are, I have dipped into those precious things, and there's the actual book there. And that's kind of fabric and miscellaneous on the bottom. This little cart is not from IKEA. This one was actually from Aldi. It was half the price of the IKEA one, so I got it, and I really wish I'd grabbed two, but I couldn't grab two, so I'm keeping my eye out because I think it'd be good for paint stuff. I did down here, didn't I? These boxes, these are just Australia Post boxes that you can buy for about $2. The bottom one was actually sent to me by Michelle, and all I've done is painted them and wrapped them in fabric, glued the fabric on, and tied them with a bow. And so they're full of the things that the extras that people sent me for my challenge, my One Precious Thing challenge. So I know exactly where those things are. And the back of the desk here, I have just covered in the Kaiser Craft paper. I'll put it on the screen what it is because it escapes me at the moment. And then this part here is covered in wallpaper. This rolling cart here was my parents' when I was a teenager. They bought a house and this cart was in it, and it's been with them for years and years, and they had it was timber, and then they gave it to me, but they stained it a dark colour, and it was used by my children in their bedrooms for the last probably 18 years. And I finally was able to use it for myself, so I painted it up for this room. And I'm so glad that I'm finally able to use it for myself. So I love that cart. And I've just painted the corner piece is the green colour, and I like that because I didn't want everything white. This is a plant stand from Kmart in Australia. I got quite a long time ago, just a little basket from the op shop. And this little plant stand, it has my strawberries that aren't quite finished. I keep picking them out every so often and finishing one. My mushroom, some books and things I've made or been gifted. Just bits of lace and flowers and things. And on the top here is where I put bits of everything. And I love the way it looks. Can you see? It's just, if I find a bird at the op shop or somebody gives me something, I just stick it in here, and I really like the way that looks. So pretty. There's my scrap bags, my lovely cupcake scrap bags. See, here we go. And it was on a little rolling cart when I first moved in here, but I needed the cart for something else, a different one from that. It wasn't very sturdy. It was a different one from that one. It wasn't very sturdy, so that went somewhere else. And this is in a metal, like, fruit bowl thing that matches the one over the other side that was black and red. And I didn't find them at the same time, but they actually match perfectly. This is a box. I love this box. Hang on, my camera's doing something weird. There we go. That's a box. I think Louisa. Under here, I have my luscious laces are all in there. These are vintage clothing in here. That's all my blue stuff. Because all my blue stuff used to be in this basket, but I changed it, so I put my blue stuff in there. And that's just like packaging things, like envelopes that I've decorated and that, I think, yeah, in there, just ready to send to people. So that's what's in there. This is where I sit. There's my chair. I've had that chair for years. It's really comfortable. And it's just a normal rolling chair, but I removed the back off it, mainly because when I was in the other room I had no room for a chair and it had to roll under this desk. But it's really good because I can just roll that away under there, or roll it away under that side there and stand up if I want to. But also I can sit on it and turn from one desk to the other desk, and the back doesn't hit anything, so I really like that. These are all drawers I bought, ages and ages, a few years ago now, from Kmart. And they're just all stacked, and I put coloured paper in the front of them there. This desk I got from a garage sale for $20, and it's solid wood. It's such a lovely desk, and my daughter used it. And I said she could use it until I got a craft room, but when she left home, she could not take it. And it's got the crystal knobs. It does need repainting, but I didn't want to put it off and repaint it before I moved into my room. Plus, the top of it actually gets really messy, so I'm not overly bothered. What else have we got here? So that's my cut. There's my glue gun there. This is a lovely marble Lazy Susan I found at the op shop that I put all my bits on. That's another one of those out of the old till from the old shop that I've made a pincushion out of. There's a lovely lamp. You may have seen that in one of my haul videos years ago that I painted and put there. The hutch on this desk doesn't belong to this desk. This is a hutch off very, very, very old computer desk my children had, and it's been painted several times over the years, and I took it off the old desk because the old desk was horrible, and I've put it down here. So this is where I sit. There's all my bits and pieces in there. And this is just a piece of foam board. I found that also at the thrift store for I think $2 or $1, that I have covered in wallpaper. and mainly, you know, to keep things nice in the background. Got wallpaper on that side as well. I also have another sheet. There we go. That one there, that's got paper on one side and something different on the other side. That's my paint. There's my chill rolls. There's my boxes. My bin. So this is this side. I'll just move those. This is a lovely old plate my daughter brought me. It's one of these ones where you put the cup on one side and your biscuit or cake on the other, but it's wonderful. This is a little, I think, sugar cube or butter dish. It's a bit dry. I put water on that, and you can, instead of having to lick your finger or something, you've got like a, they use it at the post office to wet the stamps or something. I thought of that idea. Anyway, stick pins in there. This is a lovely idea. I've used this when I used to craft in the dining room, and these are just the takeaway containers, and it's hard to do with one hand, but if you slide them out, it's hard to do with one hand. See how they stay there? Because the lip just catches on the CD holder, so you're not having to juggle with them. They just fit perfectly in there. It's like having a set of drawers. So they're all kept neatly in there. Okay, so that's the lamp I got. Up here I have bits and pieces. Jewellery pieces, perhaps some ribbon I've recently found. They're just extra dishes and things that you put bits and pieces in. They're just words that I've printed out are in there. These baskets along here are just projects that I haven't finished yet, and that's where they go. And those baskets are from, they're new. I bought those. They're from one of those cheap places. I think I can't tell you the name because they're always changing names, aren't they? And I didn't recognise the name. But those like Sam's Warehouse places. I got it from one of those types of places. Okay, that's the other side. I've explained all of that. I found one of those shoes like Gail sent me. Isn't it beautiful? And it's in my favourite lusterware. So I've got that. And that's a little dish. And that little dish. Look. They have pretty brooches in there. You know those vintage brooches? Oh, I love those. So, and this is like milk glass I've found that's missing its lids, so you get it for about $1 or $2, which is really nice. That is my Shabby flower trim in that tall glass there with a lovely flower on top from June. These are all my like doodads and beads, and what else is in there? Those are beads on that side. They're all the beads, apart from the BB Craft beads. They're all the beads. On top is a pretty box from Roseanne. I wasn't going to say where things were from, was I? These ones here are all doodads and things. I have my tree, my flower tree. I have these lovely boxes here and tins. I have a nameplate here. And these are all things like that's chess pieces or keys or bottle caps, all that sort of thing. And the big one at the bottom is metal pieces like that. And then on this side are all my, what would you call them, jewellery making things like bead caps, spacer beads. What else? What's this? Like little bits. That looks like a mixture, that one. It is. It's a mixture. Okay, like bead caps, they're mixed together too. Those ones. So just all that, but there's a couple of empty ones in there as well. So that's what that is. That's a box I made. What's in there? Oh, what's that? Oh, there's Michelle's, that trim, that beautiful trim from Michelle. And what else is in there? Oh, look, there's lots in there. Still going through things. So there's a few flowers in there I've made as well. Tins, little things I found at the op shop. I love this. Oh, I love this. And this one, oh, it's purely decorative, of course. This is another corner shelf, same as the other one. They were that really dark wood colour too, but I painted them. This is a Lazy Susan. And this is all those bits, you know, the bits containers and things like that that we seem to fill up all the time. And I thought that was a really good use of that space under there that would probably just get full of junk. So that's where I put those. And those are still full from when I moved from my other desk. So, yeah. But they're fun to grab and go through. They really are. Okay, so here we have just some boxes, and they've got lace in them. That one's from Michelle. These are just, they did have things in, but I've used it all, so I've put some pegs in there. It's got lace. That's got lace and buttons, vintage buttons and things. That is one of those cheap, tacky, silver and bejeweled children's tiaras. And I did that ages ago. It's just painted up and glittered, and I think it looks rather cute there. Oh, and I stuck the beads around the bottom of it. So that's that. Then we have another one of these. I do like these water jugs and bowls. I do tend to collect them a bit. And my birdhouse up the top, which I made years and years ago. Curtain is not staying. The curtain is only there temporary. So I'm not really going to say much about the curtain. It is an old one I found. It's a German curtain, actually. I found it at the op shop. It's in one of my videos somewhere. I have my mirror up there. Oh, and this used to be how I filmed my videos. I've got this on the side of this cabinet, and I used to attach my camera so it looked down like that, but of course I don't sit there all the time now, so I've just got that up there with a tassel. What have we got? Sorry. We have boxes, empty. Little flower trim, empty. So not everything is full. There's also two of these behind there. One is empty and one has these actual, see these little things hanging, this metal thing, curtain thing. It has some of those in there. So they're not all full. Down here, this is my old desk. My old desk had to have replacement benches on them, which was really nice because when we had to move everything, it rained, they got wet, all the benches blew out, and so, okay, sorry, I ran out of room. As I was saying, we had to replace the bench top here and also this bench top here as well, which was wonderful because it's all sealed under there now, so I don't have all those horrible little bits falling on everything. Because they were replaced, though, this bench top is slightly narrower than the old one, so I've got to kind of patch up all the way along the back there. And this is just old dictionary paper. I've had this on since I got the desk years ago. This is just where I charge my little tablet and my camera. It's just a little shell dish with my clips in there. I have my hot light, I have my little flower box and a box I want to alter. That's my little spinning thing that I got from the op shop so many years ago now, and I painted it up and I decoupaged it with this gorgeous napkin that somebody sent me, and I love that, the way that looks with the little flowers and things on it. I really do. This is a very old desk. I got it free. It was on eBay actually, and it, just let me show you a bit better. There we go. It's very, very long. It's a couple of meters long, but it's only like I think 50 centimeters wide at the most. It was advertised for $5 locally, and my husband went to pick it up and they weren't there, and so they got in touch with us and apologized and said if we could come back the next day to get it, he could have it for nothing. They just wanted to get rid of it. So it's an old reception desk, but it's very strong, very, very strong, although the drawers are a bit stiff to pull out. So I'm not going to pull them out, but that one's just got all things to alter in it. That's got a lot of metal things and other alterables in it. That's got like more metal bits. That's got embellishment things. So might be, that one's not too hard to open. Like bits and pieces that I've been sent or I've found over the years. Just under there like that. That one is just like tools and things, I guess. You know, just bits and pieces. Headless dolls. This one's a bit stiff. Scissors and tools and things like that in there. Okay, I won't open all these drawers. I have my old computer under that desk there. I still want to try and save a couple of things off it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. You can see the labels on all those things. Sewing, small tools, closures, threads, sparkles. There are little flowers under that. Adhesives. Glitter, sequins, stickers, beady bits. Oh, they're like plastic beads down there. Small punches, odd metals, metal embellishments, ephemera. What's that one? I think that's card making stuff, that pink one. Chipboard, butterflies and brads and eyelets. That tray there just has cutting mats and cutters and things like that in there. Under here, after I started my art book, Lincraft had a sale. I found this at the op shop, so I bought that because it's nice and flat. Lincraft had a sale, and these were $1.20 each. So I bought some of those because I still had a Lincraft voucher my girls had bought me. Then I found 3 of these at the op shop. They weren't open. There's nothing wrong with them. And I also found a few of these. They were 50 cents in a bag. I think there's one, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of them. There were actually 7, but 1 was dried up and 1 had a little hole in it. So I got some of those, and these I found a while ago, and I love that colour. Isn't it beautiful? And then there's a rosy pink one as well. So that's what's in there. And these ones are just, oh, these are a bit dusty because that one hasn't even had water added. Oh no, it's empty. These are Lindy's Stamp Gang. I bought these years ago, and because they were in an inaccessible place, I kept forgetting to use them, and I never even thought about them when I started my art book. So these are glitters and things, you know, that's empty, but I love it, and I keep it because I want to find another one. Glitters and my stickles and things like that are in there. And look, I found these. $2.50 for these Tim Holtz alcohol inks, and they're brand new. They're not even, they're not even, you know, they're full. They're full. So that's that, and that's that. I watch videos on here, but I can't comment on it. It's too difficult to comment on it. So I like videos that I watch. If I comment, I'm usually down the other end of the house. So this here I've had for a long, long time. This has, what does it have? Oh, it has those little wooden stamps in there. Some little things I've made, and like the borders of wallpaper, and also offcuts that I've used are in there. And these are vintage laces in here. These ones down here are vintage lace. Yeah, like really old. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And I want to give them a better home than this, but they are all in bags because I do have cats. So, yeah. Oh, okay. These drawers, I'm not sure if I'm going to go all through them. The top one has my electrical stuff in. The second one has... oh, okay. It has some book covers. It has threads and a project that I haven't finished, some tulle stuff. And these are all the threads and things that are left over. There's my fruit bags and things because I want to use those for something. There's a little sponge mat under there. It's my cheesecloth, and there's some flower petals I've dyed. And these are really long, long drawers. That has paper stuff for junk journals and things in there. Also my stencils. That one has paper stuff for junk journals in it as well. I don't know what this one has. Oh, okay, they're notes and things. Oh, okay, these are some like half-started projects. This is the chandelier I made years ago, and I had to take it apart, but I've saved all the bits from it so I can redo it. It's just that it was hanging up for 4 years, and in a climate like ours with the humidity, that lace stiffener doesn't last forever. This is more paper stuff. It's got my wet ones and a rag, but, you know, envelopes and cards and bits and pieces in there as well. So I'm not used to having so many drawers. Okay, there's my spinny cart there. It has stirring sticks and these little plastic spatula things. I've got all my spindle things in here and some fancy scissors. I found all these at the op shop. A whole bag for 50 cents, and I thought, well, they'll come in handy for something. All these bottom ones are empty. That one's empty. These are my colouring things that my son uses them more than I use them. Just a set of pens there. That's the tape measure I want to stick. It's a big sticker and it's a vinyl, and I'd like to put that on my desk, I think. There for my hot glue. There's another one over there, and that's a fan I was sent, and that's a fan my daughter gave me. And what's that? What's that? Oh, just some little leather offcuts from an old project. So that's that one. This I bought ages and ages ago. It's actually starting to look like it's wearing a bit now, but they're my large stamps, a whole 3. Not stamps, punches, sorry. They're my inks. That's all my ink. This is my art stuff. See, I found that when I was grocery shopping. as well. So I got that little set. So I've got paints now. They're my Inktense pencils, and that's my little watercolor set down there, and that's a little kids one. There's some spongy brushes and a larger brush in there as well, so they fit in there. Still got to sort. That's what I mean, if you have a little cart, you could put all this stuff together, and that's just some tags and things that need to find a home. Okay, so we have stick pin stuff, we have some vintage gloves in there, and some things from Fiona. I have my bouquet that I made years ago there. I also have my butterfly hanging going up there. That basket up on top of my cabinet, I found at one of those cheap places, and it was 70% off, and I totally redid it. This is all that polka dot one was actually on it, but I tea-dyed it. I took it all off and I tea-dyed it, and then I put my own lace underneath it, and this is new lace, and that's the beady trim I made, and I redid the top part. I put tulle around it, and I put a flower on top, ribbons, and it has vintage nightwear. My cat likes to lay in that. She thinks she's a princess. Up here we just have storage boxes, and there is room behind these boxes. They're not pushed all the way back. That is kits and things. It's not full. That's empty. That has my Christmas nest in it, and that's just a bit of stationery. That is flowers. That one's fabric. That one's crocheted flowers and things that people have sent me. That is some things from Lisa's Crafts Shop that I still have left, and that's just a little box that I bought when I had my challenge. I made the 2 sewing machines, and I bought that box there to make myself one, and I still haven't finished my own. That box is empty. That has unfinished. No, they're not unfinished. They're finished, but they're just projects that I haven't got displayed. That's doily scraps, and that's just got my crepe paper in there. I do have some, like a couple of boxes behind here that are empty, like good quality boxes that I'd like to perhaps decorate one day. Okay, so this is a shelf, and I've just decorated with lace. I have my Create sign up on that, and this is glitter, German glitter glass, and you can see how dark it goes over the years, especially in a humid climate. So it won't stay that bright silver glitter forever. It tarnishes. Under here, this probably looks a bit messy, but it's okay. I have journals, and some of them are still in bags and things. I have journals that people have sent me. I have my creative book there that I'm working on. I have junk journals that are full. That's full, that's full, that's not. That one's full, and they're just a couple I made. Just some decorative pieces here on the shelf. I have boxes here, they're labelled so I know what's in them. And oh, this is stationery. There's nothing in that one. They're the book plates up the top there. That one's empty. That one's got some leaves in it. This one is empty. This is empty still, I think. Oh no, this drawer's got some, but it's a bit stiff to open, so I can't open it with one hand. But it kind of lifts up at the top, and it's got square compartments at the top, and then these two are drawers. But that one's just got some jewellery bits in it. These are my personal journals up here, and these are books I've made that they're in bags because they're going to new homes, but I just have to wait until I have you know, postage and things like that for them. And some decorative things here. This is another shelf we put in. It's just my hanging thing. Oh, there's my tag thing. I have had this for so many years, and it's got some of the earliest tags that I made in there, and it holds all these tags and things. So that was really nice to look through. I have these beautiful bed covers hanging down the side of my cabinet here that Michelle gave me. There's a lamp I got at the op shop. There's my bow maker. I've put it there so I know where it is now. My stamp stand. These are all my washi tapes. They're not all full, and I'm not buying any more. This was an old, it wasn't like a nice wood. It kind of looked a funny colour, so I painted this. So these are all my washi tapes anyway. And one on top that's too big. Then I use that all the time. That's where I store all my like computer information I need and things like that. So that's well used, that one. And that was my first one. There's a lovely one from Kirsty. These are all my small paper packs, and that is what the back of my desk is covered with. What is it? Rose Avenue. I absolutely love that paper pack, and that's why it's at the front there. I haven't used that one yet. It's absolutely beautiful. This is a tray from Louisa. These are some buttons. These are those little rosebud, like rose hip kind of roses in there. This has some projects in there that are supposed to be going to someone, but they haven't got there yet. Flower from Irene. I think that's empty. I took the things out of there. That's that beaded spray. Not spray, like garland stuff. Really pretty. That's all things. I had like things like this scattered everywhere. That was a box here from Michelle with flowers in it. Test tubes that I want to work on. This is all empty. These you can see there's ribbons, beaded trim, Project Life, pearl trim. I think that one's almost empty. Yes. Collectibles, like die cut things, die cuts. And these are just like the bottom three. I've got things like Michelle sent me those. Pauline Roos sent me those. So, oops, sorry, I'm not even on there. You know, they've got different little baggies from different people in those bottom three shelves. That's my die cut machine. And this under here, these are all the die cuts I have. Like that's my plates. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 die cuts and 5 die cuts. There's another one there. Oh. And 2 embossing. So that's my die cutting station. And that slides under there nicely. There's another basket there. That's all the patterns and things for that little cupboard that I still need to finish off. And there's the glass doors for them as well. And they're just, that's a project in the making. Okay, these are all papers. Odds and ends of papers that haven't been sorted out yet. That's lace, that's lace. In the corner there is just bits and pieces because it's an awkward corner. You can't put a drawer or anything because you won't be able to get it out. I can only just get these out. I've just got things stored down there, like there's some what are they called? You know, anyway, projects that I can work on. There's just bits down there. These are, that's metal in the bottom, I know that. I've got too much metal, I have to go through it all and get rid of some. In fact, I got rid of a lot of stuff when I came in this room, things that I've saved and didn't end up needing. So, and they're cards, like cards that I've got from the op shop that I can use to send to people if I want to. And that's got some paper doilies and napkins and things in as well. And that's bits and pieces. Look at that. Oh no, that's the one with the napkins. There are napkins in there. And that's a light. And that's bandage. And they're my fabric images. Well, fabric and some paper images in there. Okay, because that used to be under my desk. What's in there? That's fabric. Fabric in there. That's a bits and pieces corner. It's just all those things you've got nowhere to put. Like there's a couple of, there's books that I pull apart in there. There's my empty money jar. There's boxes. There's some glitter paper on a roll. There's drawer liners and things like that. So that's what goes down there. This is a pink boa that I found thrifting years ago. I wanted to put it in my daughter's room and she decided she didn't want it, so it got stored away. I love it just hanging there. It's pretty flower that my daughter used to wear. This one's actually attached to the boa. Isn't it beautiful? And this gorgeous beaded purse that I found at the op shop as well. So they're just hanging there. Whether they stay there or not, I don't know. And that is a candle holder. It's actually plastic, but I painted it up. And that bow, found garage sailing years ago. I have my banner up there. It was not meant to go there, but it didn't fit where I wanted it to go. Where I wanted it to go was up there. Can you see? Just a minute, let me zoom in. Up there, but it ended up being a little bit too long, but not long enough to take around the corner. I would have to bend one of the banners and I didn't want to do that. So I've got a box from Hazel. It's empty though. A box from Kimmy. Just a book and another one of the water jugs. My tissue box, a shoe, my book is there, and that's what's up there. A little chest of drawers there is from Zeffy, and I think you've seen the other things there, haven't you? Yes. Okay. So turning around slowly, I hope I haven't made anybody sick here, and I will show you in the tall cupboard. I might have to speed up a bit though because it's getting quite long. Okay, these are some decorative items. The boot I made, of course. The book in the back is from Louisa. I have a lovely little pile here. Crown and the necklace from Michelle. The gloves are from Jane. The book underneath that is from Michelle. It's too big to stand up though, so it's being luxurious and laying down. Under here we have a book from Belinda. We also have a book from Darlene. We have a bird box from Var. A little doily book from Jane. I have a little snippet roll from Roseanne. Oops. Oh, don't want to be pressing buttons. Under here we have our bird shelf. we have my woodland book from Roseanne. I have a bird book from Var. I have my lovely nest. I have 2 decorated teacups in a woodland theme. I also have the letter J from Hazel in the back there that fits in nicely. And then down here we have our bohemian shelf with the book that I made, a circus book that I made, a wall hanging from Kerry at the back there, and oh, my snippet roll thing at the back there, and that tassel on the ground on the floor is actually part of the lovely little plaque from Var. So that is what is in my cabinet, and my children bought the cabinet for me for my birthday, so I was very pleased with that, and they put it together for me. So it fits in this little spot very nicely, and I had that zoomed in, so I'm hoping that that worked out all right. Now, oh, do I show you in these cabinets? Let's have a look. All right, so it's a bit later in the day now. This has taken me so long to film, ladies. Oh goodness. So I've just opened the door up, and I'll just go across so you can have a little look on this side. And things aren't in here precisely. They're kind of just how I put them once I moved into the room. So it probably needs some sort of redoing, but at the moment this is how it's staying until I have maybe lose my mojo for a while, and then I'll do it. So I'll go to the other side now. So this is down the other end, and on the front of these shelves, because the furniture was outside, although it was covered up, it rained really badly and some things got damaged, and the front of these shelves, the wood came off, so I've just put these paper bits on the front of them to cover that up, because I like having a big curio cabinet like this in here, because it's a place to put all my bits. And they do have fairy lights in here. I don't know how that would come up on camera though, but there we go. I have fairy lights. Can you see that? Oh, it's really hard to see. I've got 2 sets, so one set runs across the top of the shelf and halfway across this one, and then the next one runs halfway across and across the bottom shelf. But so they're my cabinets there. Have I shown you everything? I think so. Up on top here, I have my book boxes. I have a lamp base and the spindle or bobbin that Jean sent me. I have a box from Wendy at the back and one from Louisa. I have this lovely old bowl, and I've just put a closed lid on that. I have a tray. Well, it's some sort of holder. And then this flower box I found, and I like that, and I pick the petals off those flowers. I do have a little footstool, so I can get up there to get things down quite easily. I have, that's actually, it's like a flower thing. See how there's a wire frog on top of that? So that's there. That's my Gumball Machine. It was actually red, and I painted it white, but as you can see, it's kind of turned out the same colour as the wall. It's this really pale pink colour. There's my horse. It used to be down in my lounge room, but I've brought it down here. And there's my sugar caddy or salt caddy, whichever you might want that to be. So that is my room. These room tours certainly take quite some time to do, don't they? I know this is not going to be to everybody's liking. It's full. It's not minimalistic in any way. I won't go through all these, but I can kind of tell you, like there's glues and things in some of them. There's lots of fabric, clothing I've taken apart. And these are not the 12 by 12 boxes. These are actually smaller. They're about, I think, 26 centimetres, which is about 10 inches, I think, something like that. They're slightly smaller. They're all from Bunnings in Australia. Lots of fabric pieces, lots of doilies, and lots of laces and things up in all of these. Some are fuller than others, like this one obviously is pretty full. And they're all in bags. They're all in bags. See, there's something that I recently got from Michelle, those beautiful flowers. They're all in bags. It would be terribly hard to go through all that, so I'm not going to go through all that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed this long room tour, but I'm so happy to have my own craft room. I feel like I've waited forever, and I love it. I know it's not going to be to everybody's liking. There's a lot in here. Sometimes I just roll my eyes when I walk in and think, oh my goodness, but I love it. I really do. And the rest of my house is very sensible. So, so I don't really care that this is over the top and girly. I'm not a fan of these cubes, you know. They're good for storage, but I don't particularly like them. So if I ever come up with something different to that, you know, they will change. But this is kind of the view I love here. And this is, if I was to sit on my chair here, this is the view I get. All the pretty things, and I love it. I can see up there on my shelves, and I can see here. And I'm going to have to start making smaller projects so they all fit in. But that's the view I get. And I don't mind these here in front of the window because, as you can see, all the light comes in, which is really nice. Okay, let me show you the door then. Thank you for visiting with me today. I hope you've enjoyed my craft room tour. Take care. Bye-bye.